Hello, my name is Student Tie Guy. I build synthesizers and play music, and I've brought STG Sound Labs into the Moog Sound Lab to put 4 new Sub Phattys under control of this modular synthesizer. Let's see how it sounds. The first sound we heard was the drums, which were these 2 Sub Phattys here under control of these 2 STG Sound Labs trigger sequencers. The STG Sound Labs Trigger Mini Store is a 16-stage trigger sequencer, and the user interface is these toggle switches here. The first 8 stages are this row, and the second 8 stages are this row. It's based on the idea of the Moog 962 sequential switch. So you're just hearing the kick drum right now, which is this Sub Phatty, which is just the filter in full resonance getting clicked. This is the Sub Phatty is the best synthesizer ever made for psytrance kick drum. The snare drum is this Sub Phatty, which is white noise under control of this trigger sequencer. Now, I'm going to play with the switches on the trigger sequencer so you can see how this can be interacted with in real time. Also, these sequencers feature a rate switch. They'll move it from 16th to 8th note to quarter note operation at the bar line. So if this were dubstep, I would be able to do something like, you know, this, and that's when you have your half-speed dubstep. What do they call it? The dropper or something? Yes. The bass sequence was on this Sub Phatty right here. And I can't actually play the keyboard on it to like this because it's set to a special mode that allows you to use the keyboard for transposing an external sequence. As far as the bass sound goes, it's a very simple, just 2 oscillator, 2 sawtooth waves. It's a pluck. I make these kind of sounds all the time. If you spend a lot of time with your Sub Phatty, you'll be able to make some more complicated plucks, I'm pretty sure. So I'm using this voltage sequencer here, which is part of the same family of STG Sound Lab sequencers. And I'm using it to control the filter cutoff of this Sub Phatty. It's attenuated through this right here, this attenuator. So I turn this knob up and it applies this sequence. So we can hear what that sounds like. Oh, actually I was adjusting the wrong sequencer. Okay, well, so we have a new sequence on the bass. We might as well just start messing with this. Archangel. It is a touch plate keyboard and a sequencer and a master clock. I was using it as a master clock to drive the DIN sync inputs on my modular synthesizer, and I was using it to drive the MIDI sync of the Moog analog delay, and I was using the keyboard to play this synthesizer. The touch plate keyboard on the Archangel has 4 outputs. There's gate, pitch, position, and pressure. And I routed position to filter cutoff and pressure to vibrato through my modular synthesizer. I used the pressure voltage went into this VCA, which was getting an LFO. And so the VCA was attenuating this LFO, and then feeding it into this attenuator where I attenuated further, and then into this mixer. This pitch mixer here is in an active multiple, and then it actually got summed with the keyboard voltage out of this Sub Phatty as well. So anyway, so this was controlling the Sub Phatty, and then it was going along with the key of this voice. So I hope you enjoyed this excessive display of modular synthesizers and Moog Sub Phattys here in the Moog Sound Lab. Thanks for listening.